Okay, hello guys. I'm checking out the dev account, which is where our engineers are busy rebuilding what Prompt Owl is going to look like. After the past year of building out enterprise AI, we realized that things need to become much more simple. And so we're actively working on rolling out a brand new, much simpler approach for how you will be able to spin up new AI agents and intelligence workers that actually do things that are confined to your data, that is secure and private, all the goody things that enterprises want. So take a look. Basically, everything's going to be here in a chat. You're going to have, of course, Hootie, who's our concierge agent. Think of him like a supervisor agent, and he knows all the available agents that you have. I'm going to actually give you guys an example of how easy it is to build a prompt. Now, this is my first time through here. It's not QA's first time. Let's see how it's going. First of all, in order to start off, I'm going to do this manually. Of course, there is definitely an agent which still has the old UI over here, so that's why I'm not going to go into that. This is all going to be revised very shortly. I've seen plans for that. But let's go take a look at this. So this is still the data room. I am going to go and create a folder. So my agent that I want to go create today is going to be a pretty common one. One of our advisors, one of our strategic advisors, he wrote a book last year basically on the enterprise AI. I also wrote an ebook on the control plane, which is kind of the area specifically in AI where Prompt Owl specifically plays, which is how you secure, how you provide context, and how you go and create AI agents that scale. So what we're going to do here for my first example is I'm going to go put all of these things into a room, and I will give a prompt access to that so that the prompt will be able to answer questions off of it without giving it away. So I'll create a small Misha AI on his thoughts on enterprise AI that we could then expose onto a website. So let's do this. Just give it a name. Doesn't matter. Let's go into that. And I'm actually going to bulk upload. I already have a few different things here. This is Misha's book. This is my book. And this is Misha's bio. I suppose I could throw mine in there, but for right now, that's great. Upload those files. Bang, bang, boom. And I'm going to now force it to sync with the vector store. So basically now those have all become vectorized. Okay, that took about 25 seconds. I saved you from waiting the spinning. Let's move on. So now I just straight up go to the agent and let's go create a new prompt. Let's build it with the agent. Simple prompt. I want a chatbot that will work exclusively off. All right, so I wrote this little prompt. Just gonna give it to it, see what it does. That looks great. So let's go ahead and apply that to the prompt. And I want to add a couple things in here. And let's go put avatar into curly brackets because then I can specifically connect it to Misha's bio. And in there, you could have a lot of information on like what his tone is and whatnot. You can go and distill that into whatever you want on that bio. I just am using a media bio I have for him handy. Let's go put this here. And let's collect content to the whole folder. Just make that a little bit more clear. And let's have them be analytical and balanced. And just because I want to make sure he's got a lot of processing power, I am going to go get out of here and let's go to, wow, we've got a lot of Claude settings. Let's do Claude Sonnet 4 or 5. I'm just going to make this a demo and citation settings. That looks good. So now I'm going to save this and we'll see that that has now become a production version. So now I go over, I can actually test this. And if I am beginning to build my first AI project, what 3 things should I consider? Yep, I would agree with all of that. And then look at these little citations. Exactly what we needed. So there you go. That's how easy it was to go build a chatbot off of my own content. Now, if you want to go publish this, that's also pretty easy. Right here, you can see where I could go generate an API key if I wanted to go embed this, or I could literally just use this as a post function in an API. Additionally, you could export it and it could become an object for Lovable or N8N or even Vercel, Replit. I mean, there's a lot of options here where we can make this whole chatbot. Instantly, you're going to have some vector-based search. It's the quick, easy, and relatively free way, at least for now, to do this. Coming up in about a month, we are going to start adding in pricing, but we'll also be adding in all of those models. It is pretty easy right now to do in PromptOwl regular, which is the one that you would go if you went to go download it right now. But this UI will be rolling out in the next couple of weeks. It's just going to get easier and better. Exciting. Stay tuned.